We work hard so you can get hard. That's a lot.
Woo! I'm sure that was consensual.
It was fucking Carl! Let's take one step further into the realm of predicting. In 5 years, this is our new segment. We're gonna go through and take these rebuilding teams. We're gonna try to predict where they'll be in 5 years. Starting off with the Pistons, players they have drafted, who's still gonna be on the roster, how good are they, where in the standings will they be? Please, fortune teller Alec, show me some insight.
I think like 5 years from now, you're looking to be where the Mavs were at this year. If you're the Pistons, so hopefully you've got a conference championship appearance under your belt, or at least a second round appearance under your belt. I think you've got the star like player in Kate Cunningham. So really, at this point, you're building upon that. So I'm hoping 5 years from now, Jaden Ivey also looks like a really solid player. And I'm hoping that Jalen Duran is a top 10 center in this NBA at this point.
Wow.
And I could definitely see one of Ivy or Bay getting traded before then to, shake things up. Or, maybe they draft someone in who replaces one of those guys. Who knows? A lot can change. Their opinions on their team overall is going to change a lot over those 5 years. But I think in general, they're going to have to entice some free agents over. They were able to do it with Jeremy Grant before, just by giving him some good money. And I think they can do something like that again. For like a big man is what they're probably going to have to do. I don't know who's going to be their starting power forward in the future.
Not Marvin
If they're going to find that guy in the draft, that'd be great. I don't know. Maybe they'll trade for Paulo Banchero in 4 years.
Oh, yeah? Don't do this to me. But I agree. I think Cade's their superstar. I do think Sadiq, Jaden, and Cade will all still be on the team. I'm not gonna. I didn't put too much stake in Duran or Bagley. I thought they would either be traded or just gone by this point and not re-signed. So Cade, I said all-star superstar. He's an under notes what Ben Simmons was supposed to be, and that's where I see him as in 5 years. I think he's going to be leading this team. He's going to be doing great. Jaden
That was
Ivey,
nowhere near the shooter Cade is.
No, when he was drafted, he was not a high volume, but a good shooter, and so obviously he's going to be a better shooter. But what Ben Simmons was drafted on was like they thought he could shoot. I remember in 2K17 when go back to it, go watch those Australia highlights. It's crazy. He's got maybe 76ers just have a wall of shooting. Like you can't shoot when you get here. But Jaden Ivey, I said 2015 John Wall, where about 15 possessions a game, not as many assists, but he's going to be shooting a little better than him, about league average. So that's where I put him on the skill level, and I think he can certainly get there. And this isn't. Could they be better? Could they be worse? Definitely. But this is more like a mid-level prediction on all these guys on where they can be. So I can see him averaging about 17 points per game, mainly because I expect Cade to be the full superstar and getting 26, close to 30 points per game, and that's why he's taking all the possessions. Sadiq Bey, fringe all-star, 17 points a game. I have him as 2009 Rashad Lewis, just an off-ball monster.
Oh, I love Rashad Lewis.
Yeah, 17 points shooting, high levels, threes shooting at 40%. I see him getting there, and I like those three alone are the big three. And I think they're gonna pull in like a nice vet at that point who's only averaging 14 points per game, like a Tobias Harris. They're gonna bring him back, or maybe like a Julius Randle in 5 years, who's gonna be 33, 34. So I can see them pulling in one of those guys to be their forward.
Yeah.
Just be like, come here, do some work for us. I compared them to a fully healthy Nuggets team right now. That's how I saw them. They're still. I still think they'll struggle on defense. I think they have certain people to make cover up on that end, but they're gonna have enough skill to make it far in the playoffs.
So that's a hard comparison for me. I don't even know what like a fully healthy Nuggets team looks like right now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I more or less built it off the success, and like, I guess it was a hard comparison. Before that, I didn't like my comparison, so I had to change.
It's fine. No, it's just Oh, I want to see. I want to see the Nuggets play again, but hopefully, the Pistons can be a full assembled team and they can be deep. Like I think that's kind of the issue you run into with these small market teams is that you're not usually very deep. Because like you don't hit on your draft picks and you're unable to get good guys from free agency or trades for whatever reason. So you really do have to hit on your draft picks if you're the Detroit Pistons. You got the number 1 overall pick. You got your star with Cade Cunningham. A lot of people are talking very highly about Jaden Ivey. He looks like it could be a great player, but we don't know yet. Jalen Duran, I like him, but in most likely scenario, he's probably going to bust like 90% of big men do. Sadiq Bey I like, but I think like he probably caps out at some point in terms of his talent.
Yeah,
I don't know, but Rashard Lewis is a solid player to have.
Yeah, Rashard Lewis is he went to the finals with the Magic.
Yeah.
So like,
and they lost. Not just kidding.
Stop it. Or at least we went to the finals.
That's true.
It's a stat. But do you see this Pistons team in your head in 5 years? Do you see them contending for a championship?
I think like hopefully they'll be like right there. I think it depends on like how well these draft picks pan out, and then obviously they're going to make a big swing at some point before this 5th year where they bring in a new guy, because that's just going to happen, I think, at some point, because I think they're going to feel some pressure to compete while they have Cade, because like they don't want him to feel any reason to want to go anywhere.
Yeah, assuming they have vets around them, which is what they should do, I think they will make this team will make a peak out at conference finals. It's just the lack of a superstar next to them, which certainly they can get. Could Jaden Ivey get there? I'd say it's really tough to play
we're gonna have to see it.
Two guard superstars next to each other. You know, It's really tough unless you have such a dominant guy like Steph Curry playing next to Klay Thompson.
He's just gonna play a different role, you know. It works well for Klay Thompson because like he doesn't need to dribble the ball a bunch. He, gets to his spots. But like, is a guy like Jaden Ivey gonna need the ball in his hands to be effective? And
he will need playing off of Cade, because Cade's the guy. Cade's already set in there. Can he play off of Cade? His shooting numbers have to get a lot better. And granted, he hasn't even played an NBA game, and this is what we're saying. But obviously, this is predicting. We're already talking about it.
It's just thinking about the way Cade plays. You're gonna have to go off that, and like if you need the ball in your hands a bunch to be effective, like you're gonna have a hard time on this team. Like you're gonna have to learn how to be effective off ball. And I'm sure the Pistons know that, and they've got to be confident with him as an off ball player. Otherwise, you wouldn't make that pick. I think they definitely still need a good guard next to Cade Cunningham, but it's just like, can he embrace that role? Yeah,
I think we'll actually get to see what we imagine more or less come to fruition with what's going on with the Hawks. That'll be a good indication on how well they could do, because that's very much the similar archetype that Jaden Ivey and Cade are going to grow into, is a Trae Young, and obviously they have their differences, but Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. It's very much the same vein. So I'm super excited. We'll see if they can make it work. Then maybe Jaden and Cade can make it work. But
yeah, I think there's not like a perfect formula to building a team. Like we talked a bit today about like how to build your contender, but like in reality, you just try to get great players in and you pivot from there. You just figure out what you got. And they felt Jaden Ivey was the best player available in the draft, so they took him. So they're going to see where that goes. Maybe in 2 years, they're like, the fit's not as great, but Jaden Ivey's still really solid. We can trade him for someone decent.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. There's no shy. There's nothing to shy around in it. Fit is fit. But what do you guys think? Are the bad boys going to be back in 5 years? Were we wrong about anything? Tell us how much you love Jaden Ivey. I'm expecting to hear a bunch of slander from you guys, because I didn't say he was the next MVP Russell Westbrook. But comment below. Let us know. You got anything else for this episode, Alec?
No, I think we're all good.
All right. This has been Strictly Ball Business, episode 47. Stay
Right.
tight.
We out.
Strictly Ball Business, where we strictly talk basketball. Tune in next time